Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Savage Sword of Conan, issue number 9. I'm going to tell you 5 things about the story after I tell you who made this book. This is Conan the Gambler, part 3, probably of 3. That's probably. Jim Zub is the writer, Patch Zurcher on art, Java Tartaglia on color art, and VC's Travis Lanham on letters. Marco Checheco on cover art, and the variant cover is Yasmin Putri. Logo and novella design is by Jay Bowen. And of course, Robert E. Howard created Conan. Don't forget to check out the short story in the back. And let's get talking about number 1 on this list. There are 2 intros to the story. You know how I usually complain that we don't get an intro to certain stories some places? Sometimes, like over in DC Comics, that really bothers me. You're reading a story, you jump in the middle, and at least if you had some kind of an intro, you know what the heck is going on. Well, here we get 2 intros. I don't actually need an intro for this story because I remember this story, and it's a really good story so far, right? But we still get 2 intros, and I can ignore the first one. The second one, I'm reading through it really quick. I'm like, okay, cool. It actually went seamlessly. So if you're going to do that, yeah, this is the way to do it. I genuinely enjoyed this. There were 2 different intros to this story. One skippable, one not quite as much, and it's still it felt completely seamless and still like it was a part of the story without actually being a rehash. So about number 2 on here, Conan versus the Brute. You get about 3 pages worth of battle in here, which is pretty sick. This big gigantic werewolf looking thing Conan's going against, and of course he's got no chance against the damn thing, right? You're thinking the whole time, like, how the hell is Conan going to beat this thing? Oh wait, he doesn't. More on that when you actually read the book, but I really like the idea that this was not necessarily an unbeatable foe, clearly, but yeah, let's just say I like the way that this happened, but it didn't make a lot of sense until we read on. Let's talk about number 3 on this list. We've got Godsend Gemstone. Okay, we find out a little bit more about this gemstone, we think, because while not a thief, we've established that. Lies, yes. A whole lot of lies around this gemstone, and I'm sure that there are even more lies still. I don't know exactly what we read that is truth or not in this story, but like that one part where the gemstone reveals itself, so to speak, wasn't expecting that. that was actually kind of cool. Let's talk about number 4 really briefly. Shadazar. Shadazar gets his. He's the guy that caused Conan to be a gambler in this. Nice. So that gets wrapped up. Does the story in itself get wrapped up? No, this story leaves a lot to be desired at the end. But let's talk about number 5 in this list. This is not an ending. There's no way this is an ending. In fact, if this actually is the ending of this story, I'm going to be kind of infuriated, all right? No, in fact, probably one of the best ways to do this is to make this, you got to read the story, this gemstone, as it were, the Godsend gemstone, be a part of an ongoing story, but it could be a recurring story. So we can move on to something else, absolutely. But if this is generally the end of the story and we don't hear hide nor hair of the Godsend gemstone anymore and what it actually represents, yeah, I'm going to feel really disappointed and left out of the story, man. Conan does need more reoccurring characters, more characters that are so powerful that he just simply can't defeat them. But magic users, so he of course hates them, regardless of anything else around him. He just despises them, can't trust them because they're liars. So this has the potential, I don't know if that's actually where we're at, but this has the potential to be a really good recurring character, and I'm hoping that's the case, in which case I would be looking forward to it. All right, guys, that's it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.